For over 800 years, Parliament has been a place where history is made and decisions taken that affect the lives of everyone. Made up of the House of Commons and House of Lords, the UK Parliament debates, makes laws, and checks and challenges the work of the government. During the Second World War, it was in Parliament that Prime Minister Winston Churchill promised that Britain would never surrender. And it was Parliament that passed the laws that allowed the government to call up citizens to join the armed forces, ration food, and evacuate children out of harm's way when the bombs began to fall. Parliament also continued to keep an eye on what the government was doing, asking questions about how the war was being fought, and even voting in 1942 on how well Churchill was doing as Prime Minister. He won the vote with 475 votes in his favour to 25 against. Parliament not only shaped how the war was fought, but also directly felt its effects. MPs and members of the House of Lords served in the armed forces, and Parliament even had its own Home Guard, volunteers who were ready to defend Parliament in the event of invasion, and who looked out for fires caused by the bombs that were falling on London. Parliament was damaged by air raids on 14 different occasions, and on the night of the 10th of May 1941, the chamber of the House of Commons was hit and destroyed. Thankfully, no MPs or Lords were there, because the bombing happened late at night, and, in any case, they had moved their meetings to nearby Church House during the worst of the bombing. At the end of the Blitz, they returned to Parliament, with the MPs using the Lords' chamber and the Lords meeting in the robing room. Clearance of the bomb damage began in May 1945, as the war in Europe came to an end. At Churchill's request, the House of Commons chamber was rebuilt to look just like the last one, but the arch at the entrance to the Commons was rebuilt using bomb-damaged stones to remind everyone of the war. Just as Parliament was being rebuilt, so too was the country, and again, Parliament had a key role to play. When a general election was held in July 1945, the people voted in Clement Attlee's Labour government. Laws were then passed in Parliament to build new homes and schools and create a national health service to look after people when they were ill, without them needing to pay for their care. While the fighting in the Far East against Japan would continue until the 15th of August 1945, and there were still big problems to solve in Europe, people in the United Kingdom could breathe a sigh of relief. Their country and its parliamentary democracy had survived and won the war.